They say it's just a game. But the curse behind Fatal Frame is real. In the early 2000s, a game called Fatal Frame hit the market. A Japanese horror game where you fight ghosts using a camera. Creepy. Eerie. But just fiction, right? Wrong. The story behind Fatal Frame is rooted in an ancient Japanese legend. And what makes it even more disturbing? People in the US started reporting paranormal activity after playing the game. The Strangling Ritual. According to folklore from a remote Japanese village, once every decade, a maiden was chosen for the Strangling Ritual. She was raised in isolation, never allowed to see anyone. On the appointed day, she was brought to a dark shrine. Ropes were tied around her neck, wrists, and ankles. The villagers pulled hard. Her body tore apart. Her blood soaked the ropes, which were then used to seal an ancient gate, a portal to hell. That gate, they said, could never be opened unless the ritual failed. And one day it did. The maiden fell in love. She wasn't pure anymore. The ritual didn't work. Within hours, the sky above the village turned black. People started vanishing. Then the entire village disappeared. Forever. No records, no maps, only whispers. Himuro Mansion. In the late 90s, a team of Japanese game developers visited a supposedly haunted location near Himuro Mansion, close to Tokyo. They wanted to gather atmosphere for their new horror project. But the team returned changed, disturbed. They wouldn't speak about what happened there. But that trip inspired the core story of Fatal Frame. One of the lead developers reportedly left the project entirely after claiming he saw her. American players report the paranormal. Once the game launched in the United States, strange reports started to surface. At first they seemed like typical gamer superstition. But it grew. Reddit threads, blog posts, forums. A gamer in Ohio claimed his game froze right as a girl in white appeared behind his character. He snapped a photo of his screen. When he checked it later, a pale hand was on his own shoulder. In Texas, a teen said he heard whispering whenever he reached Chapter 3. He lived alone. A streamer in Los Angeles swore the photos he took in-game showed up in his phone's gallery despite never syncing them. Many said they began to dream of a bleeding girl, dragging a rope behind her. Some reported cold spots around their gaming setups. Others said their cameras wouldn't turn off unless they unplugged the system. The game warns players to be careful what they capture through the lens. In Fatal Frame, the camera becomes your only weapon. But what if it also opens a door? Some paranormal investigators believe the game, especially its original Japanese version, contains elements based on real Shinto rituals and occult practices. Theories say certain players may sync with the energy behind the story and invite something in. A game you should never play alone. Today, Fatal Frame is considered a cult classic. But many gamers refuse to finish it. Not because it's too hard, because it feels too real. One player in New Jersey said it best. You don't just play Fatal Frame, it plays with you. If you've ever felt cold air while gaming, if you've ever caught something strange in your camera, or heard whispers that don't belong, you might already be cursed. Would you dare to play Fatal Frame alone at night? YouTube CTA. Like if this gave you chills? Comment if you've ever felt watched while gaming. Subscribe for more real haunted stories from the US and beyond. Share this with a gamer friend if you dare.